I've got some really cool videos that I stockpiled from a year ago and started shooting new ones because of the new events that were coming. And I went back and looked at some old videos. I want to share them because they're even more relevant now. So the one I'm going to release today is about manifesting. Now I have a conscious manifesting workshop in July. Of course, you can sign up for that for any time. You have unlimited access for a year. I have a shift into the new earth, shift into miracles. It's time to use all these tools. Are you ready to do this? We can do it, and you just have to practice every day. Once you know and you're aware of what you're doing, you can shift into being that new person who acts differently, who thinks differently, and catches themselves when they're criticizing or disagreeing with somebody. I've got some great videos coming up for you guys. So are you ready? Let's get started. This is from last August 2019. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live an awesome life, and I will supply the tools for you to manifest anything. I am going to, at the end of this video, show you, and you should be seeing it on your left. All right, so I guess it would be over here. It'll be your left, and that will be, at the end, a logo where you can subscribe, and then a recommended video. I'm going to give you the link to Manifest Anything, a guided meditation. I want to emphasize how unbelievably important it is for you to grasp the concept that every single thing you do, believe, think is manifesting everything in your life, and it is far-reaching. Everything is one thing connected. It is entangled. This is quantum physics. Entanglement means that we are all connected, and somehow every single action or every single focus of any kind affects absolutely everything in the quantum field. All right? So the more entangled you are, the more you will recognize and experience the repercussions of that action or thought or that thing. And we're talking about just a thought right now. I'm not even talking about actions. And you know, I'm a real action kind of girl. That manifesting anything is going to help you expand out in the quantum field. Why? Because I want you to be aware of what you're putting your focus on. Instead of walking around every day, and this is why my 3-second manifesting video became so popular, is because people don't recognize all day long what they're really thinking, thus manifesting. I'm going to give you an example of how subtle this is, and it is subtle. This is not something that you do to get something big, or life's happening and then you work on manifesting something. Absolutely everything is always manifesting. So those thoughts and beliefs in between when you sit down to try to manifest the thing you desire, all are still creating that or not. And this is what's happening with most people. These little subtle thoughts and disbeliefs and negative attitudes are all contributing to your life, and that's the pathway you're going down. And you sit down and meditate on something, and you wonder why it's not showing up. Because everything is equally powerful. A button and a castle. Somebody didn't understand that. That is just a literal example of manifesting's manifesting. It doesn't matter if you're manifesting something huge in the human concept of what something big is, or something minute. I'd like $1 versus $1 million. Once you know how to manifest without obstacles, without blocks, anything's possible. And this is why I tell you, anything is possible as a human being. Remember, you did choose this role. So I was on a trip recently to Europe. In fact, I just flew back. And I will tell you something that was in my head throughout the trip. I don't like puddle jumpers. Those are those small planes that go to city to city unless it's a private jet, which that's fine with me. I had it in my head that I didn't really want to get on a puddle jumper to go to 2 destinations that we had to go to, because we went to a lot of different places. And I also had it in my head that I really wanted to ride the train, because I know the train is really a lot of fun. I feel more comfortable on a train. Not that I dislike flying, I just don't like the smaller planes. So I wanted to take the train. Those were not our plans at all. In the end, by some fluke of how things worked out, I ended up not being on either of those flights and taking a train to get on a bigger flight to a final destination, one of the big jets. And I looked back and I thought, I always had that in my head, that that's what I desired. And because I'm removing blocks, and I have very few blocks to anything, and when I get them, I know how to remove them. Residual patterns and thoughts that come in your mind, you can easily get rid of those. A simple thought will manifest. Now, you're doing this all the time unconsciously, but you're going into that place of negative thinking and doubt and lack that places you in that path of a person who doesn't feel like they have power over their manifesting, because it seems like everything else is happening to you, and that's not at all what's going on. You're always in control. You are always in control, because even if other things come to you, these are purposeful. Nothing is chaotic in the universe, and they're all opportunities for you. Now, one person. There's always one person in the thousands of comments that I get. You're just saying the same thing over and over again. Well, apparently I can't say it enough, because I see that most people cannot grasp this because it's so outside of what we've been told and programmed, that you are powerless. And I get so many people, this is why my e-course is so powerful, I get so many people that are programmed to think that abundance is not a holy or positive thing, and that money is all corrupting, and that people with money are evil. That couldn't be further from the truth. Money's just money. That's it. Money allows you to function in this world and pay your bills. When you put any other name on there, you are now manifesting and creating again. Why are we doing that? We've been told things. You didn't make that up yourself. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. So, down in the description, as of this video, I'm still offering a huge discount and 1-year access. Go into landriaonkka.com and you can see the comments. Somebody just wrote and said, take the course. She has access for a year. She just took it for the second time after 3 months and said it blew her away. She said it was even more mind-blowing the second time, because she already removed blocks in the first time she took the course. She understood what she was. She understood energy and how it works. It's just simple stuff. It's not judging. It's not thinking. And then she learned how to use it. And then she started to get amazing things, including a higher paying job. And then she went back again, because we're going to have those residual thoughts and beliefs that we've been programmed. Right? The collective consciousness still has it in there. And how many people are afraid to say and do things because they get disapproval from the dense, ignorant collective? Right? Are you afraid to tell people about this stuff? They think you're cray-cray, right? Because they've been programmed to think that way. Why? Because it empowers us. And we have been squashed, because as soon as we find out what we are, game over. And it really is anyways. Nobody controls you or this planet. We are in charge. And as long as you keep going after a higher frequency, all things are going to happen for you that'll be miracles. They'll amaze you in positive, beautiful ways, and they're going to affect other people. Every single subtle thought of yours is coming to fruition. And every time that happens, I realized you can't hide it. So no matter how much I was going to go along with all of this stuff, because I knew it was the best plan at the time, in my head, I didn't want to do it. I preferred something else. And I wasn't going to change that, because my feelings, my true feelings, were that I wanted to ride the plane and not get on the puddle jumper. And ultimately, that's what happened. So you cannot hide that from the universe. You can't say, oh, I don't want to have that thought. I don't want to have that thought. I want to go over here and do this. You are the universe. You and it are one mind. Everything is. It's shared. It's not mine. It's not yours. We all share it. That's why if there's an idea out there, how many people come up with the same invention at one time? It's a shared mind that you have access to everything. Everything. So start watching what you're thinking, your actions. If your beliefs limit you, then start to examine them and ask yourself where you got them from. I want to accelerate this big time. Share these videos. Don't push anything on anybody. Allow people to come to their own decision as to what they do and don't want to learn or do with their lives. But do share these videos if you feel strongly. Post them on your Facebook. It's going to change lives. All right? Let's give them the choice. Let's give people the choice. And then let's raise the frequency of the planet one light being at a time. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.